All right, Akshay, great finish, 4 under your last four for a sizzling 64. How would you describe the day and what allowed you to kind of heat up there at the end?
It was a good day, obviously. I finished very nicely, and I had a very bad hiccup on the front that kind of mentally I was kind of down and kind of wasn't really good. I missed like a 2 or 3 footer, but my caddy said, just stay patient, take a couple deep breaths, and just restart, and we'll try and get it on this back nine, and I did, and I'm happy to finish like that.
Well, take us through the eagle on 9. Where did you hit off the tee and into the
Yeah, driver, the wind kind of suited it for my shape, so I hit a perfect drive, kind of skirted the bunker. I think we had 174. The wind was kind of changing all day today, so it was very tricky at first. I had 8-iron in my hand. My caddy was kind of pushing for the 9 and, trying to figure out what way we can do it to hit that, because you just can't go long there. And went closer than I expected, and hit a perfect putt that went dead center.
When you think of this being the start of a new season for you, and kind of everyone starts this year from zero, do you feel a little refreshed? Does it feel different at all starting off, or does it feel just as if any other tournament would be?
I mean, hard to say. I've had, I've never really made goals previous years, and this year I have a couple goals that I want to achieve, and there's a lot of things that I can't control, and I think as I'm maturing more, I'm understanding that I'm okay with a lot more things, and kind of switching the mentality around, and the way I talk to myself is a lot better the last couple weeks. So I just need to keep doing that, and it's a long season. It's going to be a long stretch for me. I'm about to play 7 in a row, so it's just learning from last year in the fall. I played 7 in a row and got so fatigued. I was getting so angry at myself, and just kind of keeping the happiness around me, and just very determined to do a couple things this year, and I'm on the right track for a couple.
How did you spend the off season?
Well, we got a house, so Presley, my fiance, moved pretty much everything in. I played a couple pro-ams, and then worked out really hard and practiced as much as I could, but it's just kind of a fine balance. I played a ton of video games. It went by so quick, but I just did normal things.
What made you decide to set goals this year for the first time?
To be more realistic with myself. I think I'm so hard on myself all the time, and like I said, switching the way I talk to myself, and certain things that I want to achieve, it's not going to happen overnight, and it's going to be a long process. So I just try and I don't know, it frees me up almost, just kind of having those in the back of my head where they're not too goal oriented, but they're achievable in a way.
And this kind of converging forces, we're on an island, which famously you always play well on islands, and it's also Exuma Week on KFT where you won a couple years ago. Is the island golf trend, is that something that you think of and are aware of when you come on the island, I always play well on these islands, or is it just random?
I think it just happens, and I think it just really exposes the better ball strikers. You're hitting so many different shots, especially out here. It's blown pretty hard, and last week was a little different, not blowing as hard, but my best round last week was one of the windier days. So I think when I'm in a position to play in a lot of wind and keep my flights through all the different winds and crosswinds, I just really enjoy that, and I just have a lot of belief in the iron play, and I feel like I'm driving it very, very well. So it's a good recipe, and as long as I make a couple putts throughout the week, kind of save some momentum for the tournament.
And last one for me, Aldrich Pockeider just made it. He has guaranteed KFT starts. He's 19, kind of someone in a similar spot as I guess you were a couple years ago, coming up, turning pro, younger, without a lot of expectations. What would be your advice for someone like him as they embark on the Korn Ferry Tour?
I don't really know too much about him, but if he has guaranteed starts at 19 and went through the whole key school process, and he's obviously playing good enough to to be out there. So it's a long season. I think we all kind of know that. Pro golf's a lot different than amateur golf. You're just playing so many weeks in a row, and especially on the KFT, you just got to pace yourself a little bit. And for me, like, I've played my best tournament rounds when I've only played 9 holes at a golf tournament, prepping. So, you know, it's something to think about. You don't always have to go grind every single week.
Awesome. Thank you, Akshay.
Sweet.
Appreciate you.